JetLi, born Li Lianjia on April 26, 1963, is a Chinese film actor, film producer, martial artist, and retired wushu champion. He is widely recognized for his contributions to martial arts cinema and has become an international film star. Here's an overview of Jet Li's career and achievements. Jet Li was born in Beijing, China. He began practicing wushu at a young age and won his first national championship at the age of 11. He became a member of the Beijing wushu team and later represented China in various international wushu competitions. Jet Li's film career began in the early 1980s when he was cast in the lead role in the film Shaolin Temple, 1982, which became a massive success in China. He continued to star in several successful martial arts films in China, including Once Upon a Time in China series. Jet Li gained international recognition with his Hollywood debut in Lethal Weapon 4, 1998, where he played the role of the villain. He went on to star in various Hollywood films, including Romeo Must Die, 2000, Kiss of the Dragon, 2001, and The One, 2001. Jet Li returned to Chinese cinema in the 2000s and starred in films like Fearless, 2006, a martial arts drama based on the life of Hu Yuanjia. In the following years, Jet Li continued to work in both Chinese and international films, including the Expendables series. He has also been involved in philanthropy, particularly focusing on disaster relief and children's welfare. Jet Li has faced health challenges, including being diagnosed with hyperthyroidism and spinal problems, which led him to announce his retirement from martial arts films. Jet Li's impact on martial arts cinema, both in China and globally, is significant. His combination of incredible martial arts skills, charisma, and versatility has made him a beloved figure in the world of action cinema. If you find value in what you see today, I'd really appreciate your support. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit that like button. It lets me know you're enjoying the content and helps others discover it as well. If you think this video can be helpful or entertaining for your friends or family, please consider sharing it. If you're new here, or you haven't already, why not join our Disc Diggers family? Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update from us. We post 2 videos every week. By liking, sharing, and subscribing, you're supporting the channel, and it motivates us to create more content you love. But remember, it's not just about us, it's about building a community of movie enthusiasts. Let's start video without wasting time. Don't forget to let us know your ranking in the comment below. Number 10, The Defender, released in 1994. Released in America as The Defender, but elsewhere it is known as The Bodyguard from Beijing. Jet Li was never really known to play the role of the guy who gets the girl. But The Defender does go in that direction, as he plays a martial arts expert who is hired by a wealthy businessman to protect his girlfriend from a gang of bad guys. The reason is that she witnessed a murder and could be next on a hit list. The movie came out a mere 4 years before he reached international fame. The plot does feel a bit lackluster, but the action is top tier for his movies. Number 9, The Master, released in 1992. When Master Tak, an old martial arts master, disappears, his best student, Jet, steps in to find him. However, when he learns that Tak's life is in danger, he decides to protect him at all costs. Number 8, Fearless, released in 2006. Fearless shows the true account of legendary martial artist Hu Yuanjia, played in the film by Li. Although elements of the movie are highly dramatized, the biographical elements and the fight scenes in it hold a lot of merit. Yuanjia was a very full-of-self martial arts champion who, after a tragedy, retreats to the countryside, where he finds redemption and an appreciation of the more important things in life. Upon his return, which is led by a lot of reconciliation, Yuanjia is met with a chance to use his skills once more and defend China's honor in a tournament. In the publicity for the film, Jet Li would mention that this was the last wushu martial arts epic he would act in. Number 7, Contract Killer, released in 1998. A film that also goes by the name Hitman is 1998's Contract Killer. By this time in his career, Jet Li had reached American success, as he had crossed over and played a villain in 1998's Lethal Weapon 4. Buzz around his success here in the US has thus made a lot of his Hong Kong action movies have an impact over here. Contract Killer is about a former soldier who becomes a contract killer, and his first big gig revolves around going after a Yakuza boss who has a big bounty on his head. The movie is a gem of the late 90s Hong Kong action scene, with awesome blends of martial arts and shootouts. Number 6, Tai Chi Master, released in 1993. It was only a matter of time until we reached this point on the list, two titans of the genre in a movie together. Jet Li and Michelle Yeoh would co-star in the 1993 martial arts epic, Tai Chi Master. The film that also goes by the name Twin Warriors is about two childhood friends who grow up side by side but then eventually part ways with one another based on stances on the rebellion against the Empire of China at the time. The two must go toe-a-toe in battle now, with one of them now knowledgeable of the art of Tai Chi. It's another beautifully produced film that makes you see why Jet Li was a superstar, and just to add a cherry on top, Michelle Yeoh has some great swordfighting scenes. Number 5, The Legend, released in 1993. The Legend, or Fong Sai-yak, or The Legend of Fong Sai-yak, whatever you want to call it, is another amazing addition to Jet Li's resume of epic historical martial arts films. The film is directed by Corey Yuen, so be prepared to disregard a strong plot and character development, but in return, be given amazing choreography and set pieces that thrill an audience. The Legend is a tale of love and war as an underground rebel society called the Red Lotus Flower Society plans to overthrow the Manchu Emperor. The Legend has a fast pace to it, and it is beautifully shot, but can be hard to follow at times. Being that this was released in America by Miramax, a company once known for making multiple cuts of its releases, you get to wonder if there is an easier-to-follow cut of this movie floating around. Regardless, The Legend is a lot of fun in terms of turning your brain off action movies. Number 4, Once Upon a Time in China, released in 1991. The Once Upon a Time in China franchise may be what most fans of Jet Li think of when they think of his films. The original is loaded with great action, funny moments, and romance that all fit well into its runtime. Although the film's plot is believed to be fictional, its main character is not fiction. Wang Feiheng was a martial arts master in China during the 19th century. It's a classic martial arts film that definitely ranks as one of Jet Li's best performances. Once Upon a Time in China is also just a well-made film, as it gives great historical context on China during this time of occupation by European and American forces. Number 3, Once Upon a Time in China 2, released in 1992. It's crazy to think about, but some argue that Once Upon a Time in China 2 is better than the first installment of the franchise. In the sequel, Wang Feiheng takes on an evil cult called the White Lotus Society. They are a fanatical group that plans to drive the Europeans out of China by using violence. The film blurs the lines between right and wrong with war and political tense times within one's country. Another aspect of the franchise that can't go unnoticed is the contribution of another martial arts superstar, Donnie Yen, who appears in this film and the original one as well. Yen and Li would go on to co-star in another mesmerizing epic a decade later. Number 2, Hero, released in 2002. An all-star cast includes Donnie Yen, Zhang Zi, Maggie Chen, Tony Leung, and, of course, Jet Li in the nameless lead role. Hero is directed beautifully by Yimou Zhang and is loosely based on the account of an assassination attempt by a tyrannical king of the Qin kingdom. It could be argued that Hero has the best cinematography of any martial arts film ever made. The color palette, the set design, the wardrobe, and the fight choreography place a strong emphasis on the word arts in terms of the genre of martial arts. The film was released in 2002 but got a 2004 American release due to the buzz it had received. It is potentially one of the definitive martial arts films that is based on a true story. Number 1, Fist of Legend, released in 1994. 1994's Fist of Legend is a remake of the 1972 Bruce Lee classic Fist of Fury. Gordon Chan directs the JetLi starring film about a character named Chen Zhen who learns of the death of his master. He returns home to the Japanese-occupied Shanghai to battle the man who defeated his master and wins, thus leading to word getting out to his enemies about him. Fist of Legend is loosely based on truth. Chen Zhen is a fictional character, but his arc is believed to be true. It's a film that was one of the defining movies of martial arts cinema at the time it was released. It's crazy to think you could pair this remake with its original, and you might need to flip a coin to decide which is better. Fist of Legend has unforgettable fight scenes that stay stuck in your brain, and although Jet Li has his own take on the role, you can't help but think Bruce Lee is smiling somewhere that this was made. If you enjoyed this content and found it informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more exciting updates. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is your host from Disc Diggers, signing off. Stay connected.